Well, this started 5 or 6 years ago with not a GLCI grant, but a grant that the university had for studying certain species of grasses and legumes in mixtures. The GLCI grant that we got perpetuated while we were started with the university and added 2 paddocks of using alfalfa as the grazing legume. And then that GLCI grant came to an end, and we put in for a new one to have replicated paddocks with the legumes that we started with, which was white clover, basically. And so this last spring, I actually put in 2 new paddocks that we'll have 3 replications of renovated white clover and fescue pastures. By doing some very simple, cheap renovation activity on a couple of paddocks, we increased the yield, the dry matter yield off those paddocks, something in the order of 20–25%. And we slightly increased the quality of the forage because of the higher legume content. But if you take the increased amount of dry matter and the slightly increased amount of protein and the various other nutrient components, we dramatically increased the amount of nutrients we're growing on those paddocks. However, there's a very important addition that having an actual farm brings to this. I keep excellent cost records, and so I can put $1 per pound on that dry matter increase and show that it was very cost effective. When I was a kid, farmers tried stuff all the time. I had uncles that would say, yeah, I'm going to take half of that back 40 and I'm going to try turnips or some darn thing. Or they just came out with something at the university, I'm going to try it back on the half of that back 40. Well, there are some farmers that are still into that mode, and this is something for them to try. I mean, it's a proven method of increasing productivity of land, and land is our big asset. So I would hope they'd give it a try.